Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. The Detroit Pistons come into this one after the win against the Knicks in New York. And only a single point of separation there. Great game. Came right down to the wire.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. Then there's Griffin, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Stone in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Rondo. Kicks it to Stone. He dishes it to Ellis. Rebound, Detroit, and this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Well, this was a team they had some problems with last year. As an interconference matchup, they only faced each other twice, but both times they ended up on the wrong end of the score.
Now here's Ellis after the miss from Chan. They set the screen. Rondo drives in. Nobody near Parsons. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Parsons got the first points up on the board for the Mavs. Passes it to Chan. Screen by Monroe. Off the pick. Jump shot is good.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Outside Rondo. Griffin a screen on Matthews. Ellis with it. Now Monroe defending. Ellis left side. Shot clock at 6. Parsons outside. That's good. Parsons got his second bucket. Here's Sloan, averaging 6 points per contest. Pass to Chan. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Parsons. And it's Parsons slamming it down. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Here's the dude. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked. Outside Rondo. No luck. And it's Detroit the other way. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thank you, Doris. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Chan.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Monroe with a screen on Parsons. Chan passes to Monroe. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. Ellis kicks to Stone. Clock at 6. And it's Ellis penetrating. Unloads from 13. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. The pass to Sloan. Here's the dude. He's covered by Rondo. He came off the screen and finished with authority.
One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. Back to Ellis. Parsons on the wing. And that one is hammered home. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Here's the dude, following the score by Dallas. It's deflected and taken away by Ellis. Here's Stone. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto. And it's Rondo penetrating. Pass to Griffin. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Griffin's got his first basket.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Guys, we have to work the pick and rolls here, all right? If their big is showing at the shooter, then our big should be wide open at the basket. We have to make them pay.
Several teams changing it up here. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. The Pistons second.
And that's why this is an aggressive team, guys. I mean, they want to get to the rim because with that shooting percentage, why wouldn't you want to shoot free throws?
The Pistons trailing. Dinwiddie passes to Stuckey. The dish to Gray. Back to Stuckey. Here's Wolf. Hits the jump hook.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Ellis outside. There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. Expanding his range. Shot is off. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Here's Chandler after the made shot from Andre Drummond. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dinwiddie passes to Gray. Into Drummond. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
Free throw good, Drummond. And he makes the first but misses the second. Mavericks trail by 3. And it's Ellis penetrating. 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Stuckey. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons ahead. They lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.